Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Diane Cox and this lovely channel, Moon Fire Magic. So I'm doing my usual thing of chasing the sun. So I'm in a different room today and I know the sun's creeping up, so I thought I'd better get on with this before I get dazzled and embraced by the light. So this is a tarot bit of guidance for October 2025 already. Wow, that's amazing. October 2025. I'm asking for any good guidance, insight for anyone who comes across this channel who's got a burning question in their mind. And you know that the tarot is a bridge to the unconscious, allowing us to access parts of us that normally are a bit more dormant and unknown or unseen or unheard or unfelt. So here we go for October 2025. What can we use to guide us through these times of very special energy flow? Big changes in the world, hey, don't you see it? So let's see, for my entourage connecting with your entourage, any wonderful energy of love, light, kindness and compassion come to guide us and give us illumination on, oh look what just came up when I said illumination. How cool is that? The sun. Okay, I'm going to now shovel a bit more because Apollo came up. That's so bizarre when I said that about the sun. So, okay, then that came up. Okay. Let's just not look because it's very exciting and we want to see. I'm going to do a classic Celtic cross and just see what comes up, okay, to see some lovely guidance. Okay, the first card we have. That's a nice start, the Nine of Cups. Lovely, lovely Nine of Cups. Here we have the happy ending of Psyche and Eros and Aphrodite, toasting the fact that Psyche went through all of those initiation journeys and now their love is rewarded because she's proved her dedication and commitment to Eros. And Psyche is highly, highly celebrative of that because she is the one that sent, Aphrodite is the one that sent Psyche on the big, huge journey. So that's a significator. That's a nice start, something to celebrate. After being through trials and tribulations, something great to celebrate, something that's worked out, something that's coming together, something nice, something joyful, something that has been fought for and won kind of energy. The crossing card, Page of Wands, here he is on the ram with the golden fleece. His sister's fallen off. The Page of Wands, it's fire, it's drive. He's escaping at this point, so it's kind of, it's an interesting, it's a page. So again, I always think with page, it's a little bit of naivety. It's kind of having this great idea, and this it's not Phrixus, and it could be Phrixus, but he's basically going off and he's escaping and he's all he's motivated, he's reared up, he's kind of fleeing and he's kind of really got his head on it, and when he gets to the island he basically sacrifices that lovely ram that rescued him. He thinks the best way to reward this sacred ram is to kill it. So Page of Wands, so there's some energy, there's some movement, there's some great feeling bubbling up in you that is just kind of, okay, what am I doing? What am I thinking? I've got a plan. I'm thinking of something. There's a kernel, there's a seed that wants to germinate into an idea, more than an idea, and into an action plan. Over the Nine of Cups, that is quite a nice combination to start the month with, to October. What's the overarching card? Oh, very interesting. Look at this. More rearing up and on the back of an animal, This is the two twins, Polydeuces and his brother, Knight of Swords. Okay, that's very interesting. Words, swords, ideas, thoughts, dark clouds in the background. These two scamps on their horse, and their swords are raised and they mean action, and they're going kind of into a battle of words. Now, I think that for October, there's so much going on with words at the moment, isn't there? There's so much going on with things being said or things being revealed, or ideas clashing, or ideas just kind of rumbling up. You see all around the world these protests, okay? Words, protests, annoyances. And the thing with the Knight of Swords is that those storm clouds in the background. I mean, obviously I'm looking at personal individual stuff, but just be mindful of that. Is there something that needs to come up? Have you got your own personal protest in any area of your life going on? Is there something that you're really unhappy about and you want to make a difference with, that you need to just go, right, this is the time to sit down? Obviously, anything can be discussed in a mature spiritual manner. So basically, sit down and make a plan, write it out, or speak to someone, or meditate on it. Knight of Swords isn't really a meditating card. It's a kind of get out, speak it, say it, face it, get on with it, get it out your mind. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Okay, overarching card. What's the bottom of it all? Oh, well, that's very nice. Look, it's lovely goddess Iris with her balance flowing. I've just said flow, allowing thoughts to flow, ideas to flow, even things that aren't easy to say. Get them out. Okay, just get them out nicely. If you're sharing with people that stuff that you just need to air so you can move on in your life, get it out. Iris is the messenger between the gods and the humans, and she's holding a golden and silver goblet, and this flow of water, and imagine here the flow of water, and the water is being blessed by the sun. You have a rainbow. Iris is the goddess of the rainbow. Rainbows are always signs of hope, aren't they? And Iris is the goddess that was liked by everyone. She was very affable. So it goes back to this whole thing, Knight of Swords. Be affable, be approachable, be balanced, let it flow. Here she is with her feet in the water, surrounded by the iris and that lovely rolling hills. And she stands there in her purity, all right, just allowing this lunar and solar energy to flow, the gold and the silver to flow. And when you're looking at the gold and the silver, you're looking at the sun, the masculine, the logic, and the moon, the feminine and the intuitive. So I think it's also saying about bringing those two together, which they can work so beautifully together, can't they? When you've got the logic, there's a grounded foundation, and there's the intuitive, really being in touch with your heart chakra and your gut, your solar plexus, and everything else, and just going with that intuitive role. Okay, wonder what that's about. So what was in the past? Oh, well, hey, look at that, 10 of Cups. Okay, so there's something very joyful, satisfying, content, love. It's cups. It's it's creativity. It's fantastic. It's something you've created. Something you might be overlooking it because to you it might be not as obvious, or it might have already passed in your mind, and oh well, that was then and this is now. But there's something here about in the past, remembering what you've created, remembering what the edifice of life, and it can be whatever legacy that you've got here, a legacy of emotion, a love legacy. You've got something here that's calling to be remembered. The 10 of Cups is like, okay, what did I build here in the past? It was so solid, so balanced, so much in harmony. That's leading to, let's have a look what's in the future. Okay, the 4 of Wands. Here is, in the Rider-Waite pack, it's the deck, it's the card of having something to celebrate, something again that is a happy occasion, an event that is celebrating. And this is also true here. This is Jason gathering his Argonauts together because they're going to find the Golden Fleece. Well, you know, Phrixus could tell you where it was because obviously he's got it and he killed the ram. But they know that already. But this is a card where Jason is getting all his posse around him. Look, he's got the two twins there. See it in the background. He's got his two twins that are on the Knight of Swords card. So that's very interesting that they're also here. Okay, and then he's got Odysseus. He's got, what's his name? Theseus and... that big, strong. It's not. I'll remember what his name is. The one that kind of conquers the lion. It's not Ares. It's someone else. I'll remember. So this whole card is about gathering together. They're celebrating. They're going to go on the Argo, the ship in the background. They're discussing their plans. They're all excited. It's like, yay! What we're going to do? How we're going to do it? So. Looking at October, it's quite exciting. It's funny to have the twins from the Knight of Swords twice, and it is very lovely to have Temperance, the 10 of Cups, the 9 of Cups. Wow, this looks like something of, like I say, having something that's coming to fruition, having something that is having to debate over, maybe having to really negotiate over, with that Knight of Swords as the overarching card. Let's see where we find ourselves. Oh, here he is, and now I can't think of his name. So we have the Strength card. He's also here. Look. He's also here in the background. Fantastic. So we're feeling strong. We're feeling like we can do this. We're feeling like we can wrestle things to the ground. We can overcome our doubts, overcome the aspects of us that keep us down, or overcome the aspects of us that kind of keep us again stagnant, keep us in that state of, oh, I don't know, lack of confidence. And this is like, no, I'm putting this to rest. I am the master here. I am the master, and I am going to be in charge of those emotions or those activities and behaviours that run away with me, that sometimes sabotage myself. So that's interesting, having strength there. You've got the strength to do it. You've got the strength to kind of overcome yourself, which is normally where we're all at, isn't it? We have to overcome ourselves because we're the ones that normally put a spanner in our own works for various reasons. And it's a very curious one, isn't it? How do other people see us? As if we give her stuff. But hey, here she is, Justice. You know, that's one thing about getting older. It's lovely. Just not giving us stuff how other people see you. It's like, it's up to them how they see you. This lovely Justice card. So maybe people are looking, and you've got the lovely owl here. You've got Athena with her wise owl. Okay. So other people, what are they seeing? They're seeing us getting justice. They're seeing us getting what we deserve, is sometimes what is said here. They're seeing they're just observing again the balance. There's the scales here, like the Libra Venusian balance. Everything has to be in harmony and balance. And maybe on the outside, people are seeing, that kind of, it's also for me about karma, because karma is about, reaping what we sow, and also neutralizing karma in this incarnation. Maybe this whole strength card is about neutralizing your own karma, just kind of feeling that there's a moment where, okay, I've got this situation. It's just a bit of karma finding its way back to me. I'm going to do the right thing this time. I'm going to make sure that my karma is neutralized, and that's that. It could be a relationship. It could be with money. It could be with health. It could be with a job that you're doing. It could be where you're living. It could be so many things that you've got some kind of karmic thing that you're neutralizing. So I always think that's quite a joyful thing when you've got some neutralizing coming. So it's hard, because sometimes you think, oh, why is this happening now? I've been doing all my work, all my spiritual work, and now look. But it's like, well, because you've got the spiritual work, you've got the spiritual strength to basically, just use as a springboard to neutralize the karma, to know what it's about, and then do what is necessary in order to go forward. That's why sometimes I think things happen, even though you're doing all the right things at the moment. It's like, okay, great, you're doing all the right things, and now you can cope with neutralizing this karma. Now you can cope with this situation finding its way back to you. So, you know, great, get on with it, and let's get it all sorted. And then the hopes and fears. Well, this is lovely. Look at all this. The Hierophant. That is lovely as I see it, the High Priest. Obviously, this is Chiron. And so here we have Chiron, the wise, lovely centaur Chiron, giving us that sign of personal power. Okay. I know that sign is often used or interpreted as something else. But he's got a scroll of wisdom. You know, Chiron is about, he's such a wise, accomplished being. He's got so many skills and talents. And I think in this position of hopes and fears, it's like, go back to your default wisdom. Again, it's almost intuitive. Go back, it's like this Temperance card. You know, the balance, go back to the balance, go back to the intuitive wisdom, go back to what you know, go back to your innate skills, go back to your wisdom, go back to your knowledge, go back to what you learned here in the past that gave you so much stability, security, and happiness. Why were you so happy back then? What did you do in order that was a moment of real achievement and stability and contentment? Okay, go back to that. You know, maybe some of you feel a little bit like you've wandered off down a path, which was great. Of course, you have to wander down the path and see what's exciting and what's to be explored. And then you go, oh, well, that was nice, but it's not actually the path I want to be on. And then you find your way back to the main kind of path with the view and the one you carved out for yourself before you incarnated. So I would say that Chiron card is like, just get back to the main wisdom of you, all that you've learned, everything you know to do, everything you know not to do, in order to be happy, content, in a state of self-love, self-liking, acting and saying and doing all the things that gives you more and more respect, more contentment in life, better relationships, better work satisfaction, better mother, better father, better sister, better lover. Yeah, all of that. Okay, so yeah, Chiron, that's nice. Okay, what's the outcome of October? Okay, Queen of Swords. Hey, no messing. Look at her. Queen of Swords. Here she is. It's like, okay, let's not mess. Let's get on. Let's be the authority here. We have she has this Aquarian feel, doesn't she, with that jug. Even though the jug and Aquarius is always an interesting one, isn't it? Because it's an air sign. Mind you, that does look like steam that she's got coming out of that jug there. So she's got that jug was meant to be water, but steam. She's got an element that she's pouring out there, but she's got the massive sword. And of course, this is very similar to the Justice card. So we've got women with swords. Yay! Women with swords who've kind of they're in their power, they're feeling sturdy and stoic, and they're feeling like they have stuff to say and do. Obviously it's a queen, but it can be, obviously it's the anima and the animus of males and females. It is the inner feminine of anyone. So okay, Queen of Swords, October 2025. Get your wits about you. Use your intelligence. This is really interesting because you've got Chiron. Use your intuition. Use your wisdom. Use what you've gathered through many lifetimes. You know, use your healing. You know, Chiron was a incredibly adept healer, and you know, astronomer, astrologer, herbalist, mathematician, physicist, they'd probably say this day and age, with his secret scroll. And then this is saying, use your intellect, use your mind, use your kind of wits, you know, be strong, be a leader, be just kind of in your power. And I think this is quite it for the whole reading, isn't it? Starting with that 9 of Cups. So October, okay, this is what I think. There's a lot of energy about. I mean, we've got some nice, we've got Temperance, Major Arcana, Strength, Major Arcana, Justice, okay, and we've got the Hierophant. So if we just put those together first, stay balanced, Temperance, stay in your kind of harmonious way of being, because there's energy moving through that Page of Wands. The 4 of Wands, you've got something exciting going on, something interesting. Approach it and iron any potential irritations out by using that communicative energy of the Knight of Swords. There might be a few disagreements. It's okay. That's life. We don't all agree all of the time. Doesn't mean you have to fall out with people. You just go, well, okay, we'll just agree to disagree on that one. Use your strength. Overcome those aspects of you that sabotage in order to go for this thing that is awaiting your attention. This lovely thing here. Okay, whatever you're excited about, whatever you're planning for, whatever you're kind of celebrating, whatever event is worth putting the buntings out for. It sounds very exciting, doesn't it, October? Let's see. I think the only, well, I've said that the only thing that I would go, okay, is the Knight of Swords, and go, just be mindful of what you're saying, keep it in the Temperance vibe. I've said that already. Lovely 9 of Swords as an indicator, a significator. Wow, I think that's it. Obviously, there's some great opportunities, great potential, great energy around here to move forward. You know, as I often say, is this crossing card a bridge or an obstacle? Well, it looks like a bridge to me. You know, him going off there with that fantastic drive. You know, it looks like he's pioneering forward and he's escaping and he's like moving to something different. So yeah, sounds great. So that I think that sounds really exciting, doesn't it, for October 2025? Get that strength up, keep balanced. All that lovely creativity and love of the cups, as we know, always start with self-love. That's where it's all at. Once you love yourself, you can give it out, spread it out. And that power of the Justice card, even though that's looking in at you know, the outside looking in. And it's still a strong card, you know, Justice. And then that lovely Queen of Swords. There's like, yeah, we're in power. You are in power. You're always in power, and you always have a choice. Always remember that when people go, oh, I haven't got a choice. Should have brought my cup of tea over. You always have a choice. It might be uncomfortable choices. It might be more challenging to choose and not to choose, but you always have a choice. And yeah, but really, really use that potential there that looks like it's here coming through all of us for October 2025. Use it well and be kind to yourself. Move past it, move past that stuff that holds you back, and into that beautiful wisdom, into your power, into these two. The two wonderful energies here, the power of intellect, the power of intuition, which is everything. It's what Iris says, it's the whole thing. It's a very clear message, isn't it? Power, intuition, intellect, all that healing wisdom you have. Wow, good for you. Excellent. I like that. So have a fantastic October. and make the most of it, enjoy it. And thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for having a look and a listen, and anything you want me to do a video on, as I often say, leave me a message, contact me via my email, and I will do a video on something astrology wise, tarot wise, philosophy, spirituality wise, whatever suits and whatever you are interested in. So thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful one, and I will see you soon.